here's the rundown of AI from my experience in 2023. The first thing that popped up was I could load a bunch of photos into an app called Lensa. I could load a bunch of photos. It would kind of understand what my face looks like, and it would build me like all these different art styles of myself. And I was like, this is kind of crazy. Right. Then like a month after that, you had DALL-E, which was text to image prompting, and it looked like really low res, but it was kind of cool.
Yeah.
Like you could text something, it would just make it, but it didn't look realistic or whatever.
Right.
Then you had ChatGPT 3, which was like really revolutionary. People start finding out the power of that.
Mm-hmm.
Then it goes into ChatGPT 3.5, and now text to image is, I mean, Mid-Journey, like the best Mid-Journey photos I've seen are indistinguishable from real images. Indistinguishable.
Yeah.
You know, all the Josh Tepp stuff.
Looks insane.
It just looks like the best cinematography like we've ever seen.
Yeah.
And yeah, all that has just happened in 1 year, dude. What is going to happen? What is going to happen in the next 20 years, 30 years, 5 years?
Yeah, it's about to be crazy, bro. Who knows? Yeah, is artificial. I mean, it does seem like the right direction to lean into artificial intelligence being implemented in some sort of physical robot or something like that we can interact with. We've talked about it on video games.
Tesla's doing that.
Are they?
Mm-hmm. There are a couple companies that are actually developing humanoid robots. Because, I mean, we have robots. Like, it's not that crazy of a technology, but then you embed a little bit of AI so it has some functionality and can, like, analyze things. Yeah. But, I mean...
We're going to see that. I think I'm excited to see how we see this in video games, and I don't want to get too far into it, but we've talked about it with, you know, you work with RPGs and you have different characters, and usually you go to them, and then it has a tree of prompts. You click one question that's going to lead to another branch, and then another question, another branch, and then but there's always an end of that branch once you hit all the prompts.
Right.
Right? It's just always a set amount of prompts. And there are some games that are implementing AI speech learning systems into their characters that you interact with. Your what do you call them, Greg? NPCs, right? Your NPCs that you interact with on the games.
Yeah.
So it's like, I mean, that's like the most rudimentary version of that, is that you're playing a video game and you go and talk to someone and you can have a true conversation through the mic of your video game.
Man, dude, okay.
Imagine that, but in a physical. Imagine that for someone who. Imagine a robot for someone who is having dementia. That it's just catered to that person's histories, that person's family.
Yeah,
it's there to take care of that person when the family can't. Imagine
but
that.
Bro, what if we just straight up fix dementia? Like there's been,
bro.
But there were also like there's also biological progress being happening, and there was a new medicine that came out. I think was it approved for human trials? Is that what it was? But it was like it slowed the rate of Alzheimer's by like 70%. The rate of deterioration, which I mean that's significant. Yeah. That's significant. But no, real quick though, before we get out of here, I want to talk about the video game thing because I think the way that this fully culminates is,
I know you're going there.
Okay, so let's say you have NPC characters in a game that you already have games. Real quick to back up, you already have games that like have ever evolving worlds. You had GTA Online. You know what I'm saying? So you have something that's constantly being updated. Fortnite's been doing that. You have experiences. You have all these things. Okay, cool. Now you implement all your NPCs are AI. Different AIs built around specific personalities,
parameters,
character traits.
Right.
Now imagine like
enneagrams. They're built off different enneagrams.
Right.
Imagine
exactly.
That. Yeah.
Now imagine also that you have historical figures like Aristotle. Let's say you had a Assassin's Creed game in Greece, which I know they have one, but I'm saying where you can in the game you talk to Aristotle as an NPC, and he's built off all of Aristotle's writings and things that historically we know about him.
Right.
So his character model is built off of that. So you can basically you can almost bring people back to life. And then you take the layer of virtual reality. And then you have virtual reality. So now you're physically more or less from a perceptive
Well, that's also going to be improving. It's going to get to a point where it just feels real. So it'd be so cool if we can get to the point where we can, you know, go to the White House in the Oval. This is the most basic version, but we go to the Oval Office and we chat with Abraham Lincoln and we ask him questions. That's how we study, and a certain part of studying.
I think that would be so
fun.
dope. It would be so dope. Now that could be distorted really, really badly depending on accounts and how they're programmed. That is a tough part. But bro, I was gonna say the last thing I want to leave this off on, and this is something maybe we can talk about off camera, but they have and Jordan Peterson was talking about this with somebody, but they have developed a machine learning AI based on the King James Bible. So it's where you can so it's off of the writings and all of the contextual interpretive philosophy in there. It's a situation where you can ask it questions and it will respond based on the wisdom contained within that. So you've created essentially a being that has the cumulative computed reasoning of the Bible. Now that might be where it gets to be like you might get into Antichrist. Yeah, but it could also be an extremely powerful tool if that is the model by which it's based.
Who knows,
you know what I'm saying?
That's where you really get into. I guess we're strapped in along for the ride, right?
100%.
Yeah, baby, need top 5 when I'm done going mental. Yeah, I'm locked in. You can peep my condition in the lab all winter, all summer. Yeah, I went dumb.